Hello good people and welcome to Finance Skills Hub. Here we learn, we connect and we grow. In this short video we are going to look at how to create a dynamic total using two functions, sum and indirect, in Excel. As usual, let's head to Excel and see how this is done. So in this sample data we are going to create a dynamic total here in H9. Now, the concept of a dynamic total is pretty simple. I have these products here. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to create a data validation or a drop-down list. So whatever selection I do here on any of these fruits, it will sum up the numbers in front of that particular label. So let's get to it. So the first I'm going to do is to create a drop-down list or data validation on these numbers. So what you do is you stand here, then you go to data, and then in the data tools group you find the data validation tool. So you click the data validation tool. The default is any value. We are going to change this any value to a list. When it asks for the source of the list, we'll come here and then select the source, which is the list that contains the fruits. So we now have our list. Now in Excel you can name a cell, you can also name a range. So example, if I take this cell and I go in the name box and I type Excel, okay, what it means is that anytime I reference Excel, you see that this pops up. It's the same concept we are going to use, but an easier way to do it, if especially you have this matrix layout, is that you can highlight the entire block. So in this case the label and the numbers, and then you go to formulas, and in the define names group we can create the names from selection. Once the labels are the first column in my selection, I can use this. Now when I click on this, it will detect that the names which are not values are in the left column. So I click OK. Now what this means is that when I call bananas, it refers to this range, same as mangoes, which will refer to this range. Now under normal circumstances, if I did a sum and I called mangoes like this, this should work, but we need to reference this name or range properly. So what we are going to do is, instead of the normal sum and mangoes, we'll rather do sum and then introduce a function called indirect. So indirect will now help Excel evaluate the name that contains these numbers properly. So we have sum, indirect, you open your bracket and then you now select the cell. Now what this is going to do is, any name that comes here, indirect will help Excel evaluate the range and then it will sum that range. That's simple. So I'll close H5 and I'll close sum. So here I currently have the sum for pineapples. If I come here and I change to any other, apples, it updates, bananas, it updates. So it's pretty useful, especially when you are doing a live presentation and you want to see a dynamic total as you change the entries in this drop down list. As usual, please practice and add it to your list of Excel tricks. For more of these short videos, you can send add to this number. We'll add you to our broadcast list, so when we send videos you can receive them directly on your phone. You can connect with us on Finance Skills Hub on our YouTube channel or any of these social media handles. Thank you so much for watching.